Hello! Anybody that's joining for the first time, welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so by hitting the subscribe button. It's somewhere here. And if you are a regular viewer of my channel, then welcome back and hello to you. Today I am giving my final review of this lovely yo-yo desk. I love the sticker on it. It says, I love to move it, move it. As you can see, this is quite a big piece of kit, but it's very, very handy. Handy, is that the right word to use it? It's not something you carry. But this is my review after I have been using this now for approximately 2.5 weeks, because let's face it, if you're going to trial something, it's good to trial it properly. I won't lie, it took a little bit of getting used to. It's not something that I've been used to working with, and whilst I've been working from home, as many people are during this pandemic, a lot of us are finding ourselves having makeshift offices. My makeshift office is quite literally my dining room table because I've not got anything else set up yet. So if you're working from your dining room table, this probably isn't the piece of kit that you actually want to have sat on your dining room table. It is heavy. It's not something that you can pick up and move really, really easily. It's something that if you have it, it's something you want to keep in situ. So if you've got a proper office set up, whether that be a bedroom or another room in your house that you're lucky enough to use as an office, then this is a great piece of kit. But if you are having a makeshift office in your home, probably not something that you want, if I'm completely honest. But it is really, really good. And the whole point of the yo-yo desk is to keep you moving around. All too often, we sit still while we're working, we don't move around enough and get enough exercise. And if you're like me, since working from home, I find that I am actually sat at my desk more because you don't have the traveling to and from work. It's easy to just nip out to the kitchen and grab a coffee. You're not actually walking to a coffee shop or the canteen or whatever it might be. I think a lot of people are finding that they are sat still in their homes a lot more whilst they're working, which is great for your employers because they're getting a lot more for their buck. And the whole purpose of this is to get you moving more so that you're not doing your back in, your neck in, your shoulder in. I do find that if I'm sat at a table for too long, especially I don't have an office chair either. So because of that, I'm not sat in the right position. I find that I'm hunching my shoulders, look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I'm going to develop a lump at some point, I'm sure. Bit of a bad neck. And sometimes I find myself moving too close to the screen as well, or my monitor, so it's giving me a bit of a headache and things like that. And this piece of kit is really, really good for enabling you to, like I say, move around a bit more, not always stay sat down at your desk, but also to stand up and move around as well. So the great thing about this piece of kit, it comes with like a yoga mat, the yo-yo mat, and because it's not a hard surface like a floor would be, it does make you move from side to side a bit. So you find yourself almost doing like a little dance in position because it's quite a spongy thing to stand on. So you do find that you're moving from one leg to another, so you're not stood constantly in one still position again, which isn't good for you. It does keep you moving. So that comes with the yo-yo desk, which is great. The yo-yo desk itself has two positions. So we have a sitting down position, this is not it, and we have the standing up position. So if you are, like I am at the moment, stood up working, it's great because it's at the right level. I can use the keyboard. You have this nice little extra piece here that slides in and out. So in addition to the lovely bouncy mat that you get, when it comes, it's not all assembled. However, there's only literally like 4 pieces to assemble on it, which you may have seen in my previous video. You get this little area here, which is specifically for your keyboard. Now my setup includes a laptop and a keyboard, but obviously if you've got a computer and a monitor as well, that works just as well. And you've got a large desk area, so if you work with a laptop and you've got a second screen, there's plenty of room to put all of that on there too. So it's a good size in that respect, but not that large that it's going to take up your whole desk. So your hands and your arms are at a good position if you're stood up here, and your eyes are obviously looking at your monitor or your laptop, however your setup is. So it's really, really good for standing up. And like I said, it keeps you moving. Now for me personally, I like to be stood up working, especially if I'm taking a call. I tend to move around a lot more because I'm not sat fixated on the screen trying to write things down or anything like that. If I'm on the telephone or if I've got my headset on, then it's great to have conversations, I think, when I'm on the call. I tend to be quite an expressionate person as well, so even when I'm talking and nobody can see me, my arms tend to be going everywhere like this. So being stood up, moving around on the phone is really, really great. And even when I worked in an office before, if I ever got on the phone, then I would more often than not stand up out my chair and talk by the side of my desk, which is great. And because you can raise the desk up high like it is now, if you are talking about work, which obviously I do, it's not just all friends chat, then again, it's all at a good height. There's room up here to have a notepad if you want to as well. So if you like standing up working and you want to move around a lot more, for that reason, this is a great setup. Really, really good. There is a second then kind of position for this, which I should just show you. If I can find the handles, yeah, they're just there. Don't want to squeeze any wires. And it is a simple case of 2 little levers on the side, push it down, and as you can see, it drops down into the sitting down position. I'm doing this video and I don't have my chair here. Let's pretend. Can't stay in this position very long, despite the fact that it will work my thighs really, really well. But if you're sat down, it's an invisible chair. As you can see, again, it's all dropped down. Oh yeah, I can't do that for long. It's all dropped down so that your keyboard is in a good position. Again, your monitor or laptop is in a good position as well. So that's all good. For me, I think the downside of this, and I don't know a way around it, so I can't come up with a solution, is that fact that it is a quick move from sitting down to standing up. It is as simple as that. And like I said, I don't know a solution to it. I want something really technical that recognises when I stand up and it just moves with me. We're a long way off of that yet. So yeah, so that whole having to clip it up and down, really simple though it is a pain, but that's just for me and there's no solution. But it is a great tool. It is great to keep you on the move because it does play on your shoulder and your back and everything like that if you're sat down all the time, and it is good to get up and move around. So this yo-yo desk, from that perspective, it is a really, really good thing. You just need to consider your setup in your house and whether or not you have an office or whether you have a makeshift office, and whether you want something that's a little bit bulky, sat in a room that perhaps the whole family uses or you have visitors in. Probably not. So if you've got a nice little desk and a little office setup and you want to move around a bit more, then this is a great thing to have. Yeah, so despite the fact that it doesn't know when I'm standing up or sitting down and intuitively move itself, it's a really, really, really good thing. If you want to check one of these out for yourself, you will see a link below the video. And if you use the link below, you will also get a discount for accessing the Yo-Yo Desk website via that link as well. So I normally sometimes with my review videos kind of give it a marks out of 10. I think with this it's a bit difficult because, like I said, there are a number of things you need to consider. Your desk setup, your office setup, all of those kind of things. Whether you have a separate keyboard or are you somebody that just works on a laptop? Because if you're just working on a laptop, I don't know, it probably doesn't work quite as well. But you shouldn't be just working on a laptop because that is not going to do your back, shoulders and neck and eye vision and everything like that any good anyway. So consider yourself told. So like I said, if you want to check this out, it is a great little tool. It's quite heavy. It's not something that you could just pack away and move to the side. So like I said, you have to think about the setup you have at home. If it is for home office, if you work in an office, then this is great to encourage people, yourself or your employees, to stand up and move around a bit more. It's a good all-rounder because it helps not only physically but also with your mental health and those kind of things as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you like my yo-yo desk. I certainly do. Check out the link and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already.